This is the Leitmotif and Movement Podcast, a father and son's journey into the vast worlds of music. I'm your host, Mike Ficklin, and joining me on this epic musical journey is my son,
Michael Ficklin.
This show is dedicated to the discussion of music and introducing Michael to music from the past and present. We discuss music mainly from the genres of rock, hard rock, and heavy metal. We also from time to time dive into film and video game scores, and we sprinkle in some surprises along the way. Michael, what you been listening to this week?
All right. Where do I start? I re-listened to Anima by Tool.
Great album.
Enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed it when we originally listened to it. Also listening to the album that came after Anima, Lateralis, correct?
Yep, Lateralis. Yep. That's also an outstanding album.
Yes, enjoyed it very much. I re-listened to Love's, why can't I think of the...
I let it in and it took everything.
It was just as amazing as it was when I originally listened to it. Still love Is It Really You?
Yep. Outstanding album.
Yes. Also re-listen to all the Periphery albums except for Periphery 1. That isn't an album we talk about.
There's nothing wrong with P1.
I don't like P1. There's only one good song that, actually two, that I can name.
Which are?
Give me 1 second. Jetpacks and All New Materials.
There's other good tunes on there too. Race Car comes immediately to mind. You obviously listened to the assignments, right?
Yep. I also revisited Evergrey's most recent release, Theories of Emptiness.
Yep, and they got a new one on the way this year.
Yep. I enjoyed it as much as I did when we listened to it for our top 5 top. What did it end up being? Wasn't it like
it was
a top
on
10?
Our best of 2024 episode.
And then, of course, the assignments again.
Out of curiosity, what did you think about Lateralis?
I enjoyed it.
Any particular favorite songs?
I can't think of the song name. The first song on the
Grudge.
Yep. Schism.
Yep.
Also like the self-titled song.
Lateralis. Yep, that's a good one. That's probably my favorite. I also really like Ticks and Leeches. Goes hard, man.
Yeah, it does. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Okay. Are you going to dig into any more Tool? You going to go backwards? You going to continue to go forward?
I'm going to continue to go forward and then visit the other two.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm backtrack. I listened to some of Toxicity by System of the Down.
That's a great album. Absolutely outstanding album. Probably my favorite System of a Down album. You got any particular favorite tracks?
The most popular ones. It may be because I just know them the most.
Yeah, I assume you mean Chop Suey, Ariel's, Toxicity, those three.
Yeah.
The Prison song is also really good.
The opening track.
Outstanding.
All right, let's hear it from you.
Yeah, for me, I had a bit of a light listening week as far as new releases are concerned. I checked out the new record from Rob Zombie titled The Great Satan. If there's one thing I can say about Rob Zombie, it's that he is consistent. His 8th record finds the band doing exactly what we expect of them. Horror-themed, punk and industrial-infused heavy metal. If I'm honest, I think this might be my favorite album since Hellbilly Deluxe, which was Rob's first record. The feel and tone of the music on this album is very reminiscent of that Rob Zombie escapade. Zombie seems like he's on top of his game. His trademark growling vocal style is on full display as he howls out anthemic chorus after anthemic chorus. There's a feeling of macabre cabaret with the music that makes you think of all the best B-movie sci-fi and horror films. This is a hell of a fun listen, even if it is a bit predictable. I also checked out the Nine Inch Nails Tron Ares Divergence. This is an expanded edition of the Tron Ares soundtrack that features remixes and additional songs not included on the original release. It came out as a surprise drop with no previous announcement. The first disc features the additional unreleased tracks and various remixes. Remixes are provided by acts such as Mark Pritchard, Boys Noise, Lanark Artifacts, Chili Gonzalez, Jack Danger, and others. The second disc is the original version of the soundtrack. I'm not typically one that enjoys remixes of songs, but for some reason, Nine Inch Nails have always put out some solid quality remix albums. I think my personal favorite remix on this album is the Pixel Grip remix of Alive As You Need Me to Be. This remix maintains the spirit and vibe of the original version, but still manages to be its own thing. The gorgeous vocals provided by Rita Lucia really just puts this version right over the top for me. For me, a good remix strikes a balance between the original work and adding additional atmosphere and elements of the remixing act to the song. I think for the most part, that is the case for this album. The last thing I checked out is the new record from Era titled Silence Outlives the Earth. This is the 7th outing from the American progressive metalcore outfit. Right off the bat, you can hear that the production is slick and polished. The band, much like many modern prog-adjacent bands, does a great job of layering atmospherics and different textures in their music. I think the band is at its best in the more hardcore moments. Songs like The Many Names of God go hard as hell. Where I think the band falters a bit is in their more melodic pop-infused songs. Album closer Twilight in the Reflection of Dreams just does nothing for me. I think part of the problem is that modern metalcore bands are all just starting to sound the same. There are times when I probably wouldn't be able to tell an Of Mice and Men song from Era. Era just doesn't do anything that separates them from the pack. The other part of the problem is there is something about Jesse Cash's clean vocals that sound overly produced, like they've got some auto-tune or pitch correction on them. Silence Outlives the Earth isn't a bad record. It does have its moments. It just suffers from being too derivative. Michael, do you have anything else before we move on?
Nope.
Okay. So now we'll get into the art of discovery. This is our segment where we take a listen to a few bands that are either unsigned or just not getting enough love. We've got a great selection of songs for you this time around. We'll kick things off with a power metal duo out of Germany. This is Neovel with their song Hidden in Plain Sight. And once again, that was Neovel with their song Hidden in Plain Sight. That comes from their record titled Letters to the Other Side. You can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page, neovel.bandcamp.com. Michael, what'd you think about that?
That was amazing.
Yeah, dude. Great vocals from both the singers on the song, and the guitar work is freaking outstanding.
Yeah, it's killer.
Outstanding. Playlist. All right. Our next song comes from a grunge math rock post-hardcore band out of the UK. This is A Tota So featuring Ashley Tubb with their song When the Waves Come. And once again, that was A Tota So, featuring Ashley Tubb, with their song When the Waves Come. That comes from their record titled Lights Out. You can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page, atotaso.bandcamp.com. Michael, what'd you think about that?
That was amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing after amazing.
Good stuff, man.
Yep.
All right. Our final song comes from a rock band out of Derbyshire, England. This is Participant, with their song I Don't Know What Drowning Proves. And once again, that was Participant, with their song I Don't Know What Drowning Proves. you can purchase their music from the iTunes store. And Michael, they actually gave us a little bit of a soundbite on what this song is about.
Ooh.
Hi guys, it's Darren from Participant. I hope you're good. Listen, thanks so much for featuring I Don't Know What Drowning Proves on your podcast. We really genuinely appreciate you supporting under the radar artists like ourselves. You asked me a little bit about what it's about, and it's a pretty simple call to mental health and not struggling on your own. Drowning on your own proves absolutely nothing. Reach out to people and use their friendship as your life support, I guess. It was a pretty tough song to finish. We had the music kicking around for a long, long time, and until I came up with the lyric of pushing back hard against the waves, I don't know what drowning proves. It kind of stuck on the back burner for a long, long time, but some things are meant to be, and I think it worked out really, really good. Anyway, yet again, thanks for featuring the track. Really appreciate you. Big love. Bye-bye.
So yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Michael, what'd you think about the song?
It was awesome. And you are very, very welcome for being featured on the show.
Yeah, we really enjoy featuring artists that, just aren't getting heard enough. Yeah, that's one of my joys of doing this show for sure.
I feel like whenever we're done recording these shows, I feel like the number one topic is the art of discovery, not the actual topic of the show.
Yep. All right, Michael, you got anything else?
I do not.
All right. Well, we want to thank all of the bands featured on today's Art of Discovery. If you would like to be featured on the segment, reach out to us via email at lightmovepod@gmail.com or reach out to us on one of our various social media accounts. We would love to check your stuff out, and if we dig it, we'd love to play it on the show.
Yes, indeed.
All right, Michael, now we're going to get into our main topic. We're breaking down Bullet for My Valentine's 2005 debut studio record, The Poison. The Poison was released on October 3rd, 2005 through Visible Noise Records in the UK and on February 14th, 2006 in the United States through Trustkill Records. A little delayed, right? The little bit of background I found on this, one of the funny things I see is the band drank wine while writing and recording the album.
I guess you gotta be drunk to write music.
The band described the album's intro track as this big movie-style dark heavy metal intro with orchestration. There's just not a whole lot of information on this from what I've been able to gather. Just some fun stories about some of the tracks. Lead singer Matt Tuck has mentioned that he passed out in the studio when recording the opening scream to Tears Don't Fall. Also, in a kind of related side note to that, Matt Tuck had to undergo emergency throat surgery to remove his tonsils in June 2007 following severe recurring infections and vocal damage that culminated after their touring cycle for The Poison. Pretty crazy.
It's just funny.
It's funny?
that just... I don't know. I'm not a bad person, I swear.
In 2023, Metal Hammer listed the album as among the greatest heavy metal albums of the 2000s. They wrote, quote, "The intoxicating mix of raw emotion, sweeping riffs, and undeniable hooks made Bullet feel like champions from the defiant roar of Her Voice Resides, signaling that the US's dominance of metalcore wouldn't go as uncontested as it had for nu metal," unquote. The Poison has also been cited as the band's best album by Brian Raleigh of Loudwire in 2025. A year earlier, while writing for the same publication, music journalist John Hill called it the best metalcore album of 2005. Big props.
Yes. Very big.
The personnel on this record: Matthew Tuck on lead vocals, guitar, and bass. He goes uncredited for that. Michael Moose Thomas on drums. Michael Paget on guitar and backing vocals. Jay James
Holy Michaels.
I'm sorry?
I said holy Michaels.
Jay James on bass. He's credited as being on bass, but apparently did not perform. And vocals. Additional music comes from Apocalyptica on cellos on the intro. And I don't want to mispronounce this, but I'm going to give it my best shot. I believe it's Ika Toppinen is responsible for the arrangement on the intro track. And Michael, with that bit of background out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into our track-by-track analysis. We kick things off with track number 1. This is Intro. Michael, what do you got on this?
I'm gonna say it right here, right now. This is so eerie.
Very dark.
Yes. It sounds like something that would like open like a war film.
Yeah, like a war film, or maybe like a horror movie, or even like something with suspense, like a murder mystery or something.
Yeah. It is it orchestra that is playing in?
So it's Apocalyptica. They are a Finnish symphonic metal band.
Huh.
Pretty cool.
It sounds like a whole entire orchestra, you know?
Right? This is a dark and cinematic prelude. It helps to build the tension for what is to come. This song, like we said, features Apocalyptica, and they're providing the extra strings on the song, and I believe they also did the production on it. The extra strings add extra emotional weight to the song. They're really quite gorgeous. The guitar riff that begins to play has a sort of bluesy feel to it, like something heartbreaking has just happened in a film. The crunchy, distorted guitar solo that comes in over that melancholy melody is so damn satisfying. This is a killer intro track.
Yes, it is. Very. No. It does not set you up very well. Set you up pretty well for the next track.
You're saying it does not?
Yeah.
Oh, I disagree. This is like the calm before the storm, man.
No, like that's what I'm saying. It's super calm. And then we get into the next track.
Out of curiosity, what's Spotify say about this?
9 million plays.
9 million plays?
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll figure out how that weighs up against some of the other stuff. I really like this track. I know a lot of people are probably going to skip the intro just because it says intro, but this is a really gorgeous track. I like this one a lot.
It is 12th on the record.
Okay. Well, we're getting things started on the wrong foot with Spotify. All right. Anything else on intro, Michael?
It's an intro.
It is. All right. We'll move on to track number 2. Her Voice Resides. Michael, what you got on this?
Don't stand in front of the speaker.
It'll melt your face off.
That death metal scream to open the song. You just don't want to be in the front of that speaker. And then the build up suspense into the main song. Amazing. It's just amazing.
It goes so hard.
I love the suspense building they did with this record.
Yeah.
There's a lot of suspense.
A lot of tension building, and then these very satisfying releases from the tension.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
His vocals are amazing. It's just an amazing song.
Yeah, it is.
Let's hear what you got.
So, right into the fire from the intro. We waste absolutely no time getting right into the heavy as hell guitar riffs from Tuck and Paget. Tuck unleashes a blood-curdling scream right away. Thomas's drums sound absolutely thunderous. Despite how heavy the song goes, there is a ton of melody to it. Though Tuck screams most of the lyrics, the vocal melodies he chooses are so hooky. I can't help but scream right along. We do get some clean vocals in the chorus. We get a killer, absolutely blistering guitar solo starting around the 2:56 mark. The closing of the song when they go into that halftime section, so good. Lyrically, this song is dealing with the grief and heartache that stems from a breakup, that almost consuming obsession of what could have been and lost love. Michael, what's Spotify say about Her Voice Resides?
9th.
9th?
On the record.
Sorry, nope. Don't like it.
Wait, yeah. I'm correct.
How many listens?
18 million.
Well, it's definitely better than the intro. It's better than it by 2 times, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Actually, I was incorrect. It is 8th.
8th. I really like this song. I know the intro track is technically the first song, but this is just a killer way to open an album.
Don't be in front of the speakers.
Or,
it's not good for
you know what? Put me right in front of the amps, man. Loud amps in the face, melt my face right off. Michael, you got anything else on Her Voice Resides?
I do not.
Okay. So we'll move on to track number 3. This is 4 Words to Choke Upon. Michael, what you got on this?
Where are the 4 words?
Well, he does scream them in your face. Look at me now.
What the opening to it kind of reminds me of the Michael Myers
Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween.
You get a Halloween vibe out of this?
The opening.
Okay. I guess I could see it.
Yeah.
That's a good comparison.
I like that riff though.
Yeah, it's outstanding.
I don't know if it's really uptuned guitar or it's a special kind of guitar. I like it. Whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a great tone.
I really like the guitar work. Also, the drum work's amazing. And amazing vocals. This is at 49 million plays.
That makes sense. It was one of the singles released from the album.
It is 3rd.
Word. Okay. I can get on board with that.
But we're about to shoot up a whole bunch.
I bet we are. Yeah. I love the opening guitar riff to this song. There's just something about the tone of it that sounds like it's ringing out an alarm. Tuck mixes up his vocal delivery during the verses using both his cleans and screams. The chorus features clean vocals primarily and is extremely hooky. There's some Black Sabbath, Iron Man similarities on this with that sort of muddy, droning guitar sound during certain parts of the song. This was the first song I remember hearing from the band. It was featured on the Madden 2006 soundtrack. Lyrically, this song seems to be a pointed, angry response to a former friend that committed an act of betrayal. The lyrics are dripping with a venomous retribution and a sense of empowerment. Michael, do you have anything else on Four Words to Choke Upon?
I really like his clean vocals, though. It is definitely a unique change that happens between the screaming and the clean.
Yeah.
You know?
And as I mentioned before, I really feel like even when he's screaming, he's got a really great gift for melody. All right, Michael, anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Well, let's move right along to track number 4, which I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that this is probably the most popular song that they've ever done. This is Tears Don't Fall. Michael, what you got on this?
430 million plays.
Yep, I figured. It's number 1, isn't it?
Second. Yep. Most popular song ever.
Yep, I figured.
You want to know how big the gap is?
Oh, I'd say it's probably a couple 100 million.
200 million.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see it. This was another one of the singles, and it was massive. At least massive in the metal scene, anyway.
That opening, I'm pretty sure it's screaming. Let's go.
Yeah.
Great opening to the song.
And he doesn't let go of it. He goes for a while on that. It's kind of like Maynard screaming at the beginning of Ticks and Leeches. He has that really long, sustained scream at the beginning of that song.
Yeah, I can see why he could have passed out, especially if you're going back, like, repeatedly doing it.
Totally.
Or he didn't have good posture.
Well, I mean, most music teachers aren't going to teach you how to scream. A lot of bands, I shouldn't say that. I bet a very good portion of professional singers don't actually go to a vocal coach to learn how to sing. They're teaching themselves, and they probably are using some bad techniques.
Not bending knees.
Not learning to sing from the diaphragm.
Yeah. You definitely need to bend your knees.
Totally.
Fun fact. This song and another song is the only songs with like a parental advisory on it on Spotify.
Okay.
The rest of the songs don't.
All right. Fair enough. Michael, was this your favorite song on the record?
I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's very catchy.
It definitely is.
I understand why it's so popular.
Yeah, you can't deny the catchiness of the song at all. You can easily see why it became their most well-known song.
I've never actually heard this song, so.
Well, that's not all that shocking. You didn't grow up with terrestrial radio, so...
What?
The radio, man. You didn't listen to the radio.
Technically, I did.
Not like, I did as a kid. We didn't listen to
Not
the
as
radio.
much as
I listened to mostly the stuff that was in my iTunes library or whatnot. So,
No, I'm talking about mainly in Grandma with the Big House's car.
fair enough.
But it was mainly country, so.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and also in both grandmas actually. I listened to the radio and.
Fair enough. You weren't listening to heavy metal music though, not in their
No.
cars.
I mean rock. That's closest I got.
Yeah. Yeah. Tears Don't Fall is perhaps the band's biggest and most well-known song, and I think we proved that with Spotify.
Yeah.
This is a power ballad dealing with a difficult breakup and the emotional toll it takes. The song opens up with a haunting and emotional feeling guitar riff before Tuck bursts in screaming, "Let's go!" and the song proper kicks in. Tuck delivers an impassioned and emotional vocal performance on this song. You can feel the heartache in every lyric sung. The song is full of incredible melodic guitar and vocal hooks. Thomas's drums on this song are so good. He does a fantastic job keeping up with the changes in this song. The breakdown at the midpoint of the song is so damn good. It's got that manic, hardcore energy meant to get you in the pit. The song ends with an emotional guitar riff that gives way to the riff from the breakdown as the song ends. It's so damn satisfying. Tuck has stated that he passed out in the studio when recording the opening scream to this song, and I can actually see how that would happen because it's almost happened to me a time or two. When I was performing in bands, there were a couple times when I was doing some of the screams on the songs we were doing that made me feel a bit lightheaded by the time I was done. Again, that's me being an untrained singer, though, so...
You know, if I ever got in a band, I think I'm pretty trained.
Well, to be fair, you've been in school choir and stuff, and they're teaching you how to sing properly, so I was not. Michael, anything else on Tears Don't Fall? That doesn't count.
Do tears fall?
Of course they do. It's gravity.
According to the song, it don't.
Well, you didn't finish listening to the rest of the lyrics, then.
No, I'm talking about
they crash around him instead of falling.
I'm talking about the... I'm talking about the song name.
All right. Moving on to track number 5. This is Suffocating Under Words of Sorrow. What Can I Do? Michael, what you got on this?
I love that amazing riff to open up the song. Oh my.
Yeah, dude.
What a riff.
That riff lives rent-free in my head.
But I think Spotify kind of disagrees with us with this song.
Oh?
It's at 32 million.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
It's 4th.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I love this song.
No, it has 9 million plays. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Don't mess with me like that.
How would you feel if it was at 9 million?
I'm already mad at Spotify over the intro track. What you got?
That it's just that riff that sets me onto the song immediately. That riff. It reminds me of something that I would hear like in a boss battle. Holy, I can't speak. And of course we got the screaming vocals. Just fits so well with it. And then it's just an amazing song. This album is an album that you have to listen to for yourself. There's not enough compliments I can give about it.
It really is an outstanding album. Definitely one of the best of the early metalcore records for sure. That riff, that main riff, is so good. It feels like it borrows from the 80s new wave of British heavy metal. Tuck's vocals carry a deeply emotional weight. Despite how heavy the song goes and Tuck's agonized screams, the chorus is so hooky. I can't not listen to this and sing along. Tuck's guitar solo at the midpoint is outstanding. Thomas's galloping drums keep the song moving at a brisk pace and provide some intense rhythm. This is one of my favorite songs on the record. Lyrically, I think this is about lusting for someone that is not interested in a relationship, and you know it, but you can't help yourself. They're stringing you along, and you know it's wrong, but you're caught up in it. Michael, what else you got on this?
Is he suffocating?
Maybe. Somebody put a pillow over his face.
Well, then he would actually be suffocating.
There you go. All right, moving on to track number 6. This is Hit the Floor. Michael, what you got on this?
Did they hit the floor?
I don't know. But if they did and nobody was around, does it make a sound?
Another amazing riff. Amazing opening riff. They did amazing with those opening riffs. You know?
Yep. Got a very great gift for melody.
Yeah. It's super heroic for, it seems like, you know?
Got that Guitar Hero vibe going.
And we open up the song with clean vocals for the first time. You know?
Yep.
That riff and drum work is amazing. And this has 31 million plays. 1 million plays behind Suffocating Under Words of Sorrow.
Did you like this song?
Yeah. I like the change with clean vocals, you know?
Yeah, it's different from, well, I mean, Tears Don't Fall was mostly clean vocals too.
Opening.
Well, yeah. So, I'm not a particularly big fan of this song. It might be one of the weaker ones on the album.
Boo.
Tuck's vocals are clean and melodic throughout for the most part. It's not a particularly heavy song. It's more of a sleazy 80s hair metal vibe. In fact, at the midpoint, there's this very 80s sounding breakdown, complete with the woes being sung. Lyrically, this is a pretty creepy song in my interpretation. I think it's about a guy who's obsessing over a girl, perhaps even stalking her. He's in the throes of the fantasy of having her. It's pretty disturbing.
It is. But clean vocals, an amazing riff.
Michael, anything else on Hit the Floor?
Did they hit the floor?
Sure. All right, moving on to track number 7. This is All These Things I Hate Revolve Around Me. What you got on this, Michael?
This song is very, very different. You know?
It is different, especially with the way that the vocals kind of pan around during the chorus.
Yeah. I like the change in direction they can kind of take with this song. You know?
Yeah, it's unique among the other songs on the record.
That's probably why this is at 153 million plays.
You think?
Yeah. What was this a single?
Yes, I do believe it was. I'm double checking that, but I do believe it was.
Well, this is their. This is second on the record and
Yeah, it was one of the singles.
third on their most popular songs.
I understand. It's definitely one of those really catchy songs. And again, it's got that really unique hook with the vocals panning around in the chorus and stuff. It's pretty. It plays into the name of the song.
But I like the opening half, I think, with the acoustic guitar. I think that's really unique.
Yeah.
But it's very, very catchy.
Hard not to sing along.
Yeah.
This one opens up as an acoustic ballad with some terrific melodic vocals from Tuck. Then about 45 seconds in, it breaks into the heavy yet hooky chorus. I've not had the pleasure of seeing the band live before, but I have to believe that call and response chorus is a huge hit with the fans. I have to take my hat off to Thomas's drums on this song, especially during the chorus. The sort of stop then start playing is a lot of fun and creates a lot of space for the music to breathe. Lyrically, like most of the songs from this record, I think this is about a relationship that has gone sour and trying to hide from the problems in the relationship rather than face them.
Of course.
Yep, it's a breakup record.
What is
This happens to be the second major breakup record we've covered.
Yep. And what's I gotta check something real fast. This is the second breakup record that we have checked out in the past 10 episodes.
Yep,
We did Finch episode 39.
sure did.
What is with you and breakup records?
Michael, do you have anything else on all these things I hate revolve around me?
Does it revolve around him?
According to him, it does. All right, on to track number 8. This is Room 409. Michael, what do you got on this?
What happened in room 409?
Murder.
Another long held out scream to open up the song. You know?
Yep. And that opening, or the main guitar riff, just absolutely slays.
It
It's just
does.
another song that lives rent-free in my head.
I like the back and forth with his screaming and melodic vocals. It's really well mixed.
Yep, he does a great job with that.
No discrimination. You know?
No discrimination.
In the vocals.
Oh. Got something else on, or anything else on this?
Another amazing heroic guitar riff for some reason.
Yes, sir. You can hear the venom and hurt dripping from every word that Tuck screams out on this song. Even though Tuck sings clean in the chorus, it doesn't dull the rage. Thomas's drums sound thunderous. They are the sound of your heart breaking. Around 2:28, we get a fun little guitar solo before going into a very 80s sounding piece of the song with the woes being sung. As Tuck screams out, "Get up," we get this sludgy section that makes me bang my head every time. Lyrically, this song is dealing with catching your significant other cheating on you and the feelings of betrayal and anger that come from that. Michael, do you have anything else on Room 409?
I guess we know what happened in room 409.
We do now. All right, moving on to track number 9. This is The Poison. Michael, what you got on this?
You know, I was mixing myself up. I thought the band was called The Poison, and the album was Boy.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Is that gonna make it as the the clip?
It might.
I feel like that needed to be stated.
What you got on this?
Why are we talking about Poison? Can we talk about how dark the vocals are?
Totally. Yeah. This is a pretty dark song.
Yeah. I feel like it can rival Welcome Home by Coheed and Cambria. You know?
I don't know, man. The Coheed and Cambria song, that Welcome Home, is really, really, really dark.
Yeah.
I don't know if this quite gets there. Maybe.
What do you think could actually rival that song? Sidetracking. Fun sidetrack.
Rival what song?
The Coheed song.
Oh, I could probably name about 1 billion different death metal songs that would rival that. How about pick a song from Cannibal Corpse? Any song.
Let's talk about the band members outside of the band.
Maybe we'll do that sometime if we actually cover Cannibal Corpse.
But just to open up, just to say the first lyrics of the song. Now is your time to die.
Yep.
By the way, this is the first line of the song. But did I expect anything else from it? No. Just look at the album cover.
Did you like this song?
Yes. Now let's hear your thoughts.
I love the drums on this song. The pounding, heavy, percussive pattern, especially during the verses, is outstanding. The guitars play in syncopation with the drums in a percussive rhythm. I also really dig the guitar solo on this song. The chorus is extremely hooky. In my opinion, it's the best solo on the record and also the most technical. Tuck's vocal melodies are emotional and catchy as hell. The music is melodic underneath the vocals. Lyrically, I think this is about someone that is slowly killing themselves through their life choices, perhaps through alcohol or drug addiction. It's the slow, painful descent that this person's friends and loved ones endure watching this person make poor choice after poor choice. Michael, do you have anything else on The Poison?
The band name?
No. All right. Moving on to track number 10. This is 10 Years Today. Michael, what you got on this?
I really, really, really disagree with the amount of plays this song has. And I mean that with a passion.
Oh?
This has
How many listens?
14 million plays.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, exactly what I was saying when I saw it.
Nope. That's wrong. Spotify, you're wrong. Sorry.
This is 10th. I do believe.
I don't agree. Moving on.
I don't agree either.
What do you got on this?
I really, 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 really like the vocals. Amazing vocals. We get all melodic except for a couple parts with some screaming. And then that amazing riff and drum work. Where can I begin?
Great stuff. Really good song.
This song is just dripping with emotion.
Yes, it is. Talk about a song that is heavy and heartbreaking. This one is it. It's a sorrowful, mournful power ballad. The intro guitar riff gives me a bit of Black Sabbath vibes. You can hear the heavy emotions weighing on every lyric sung by Tuck. Lyrically, I think this is about losing a close friend through suicide. It's the shock, sadness, anger, and feelings of helplessness that come in the wake of it. There's an angry section that starts around the 3-minute mark that feels like this is Tuck entering his angry stage in the stages of grief. It's a harrowing and emotional moment in a very emotionally difficult song. Michael, do you got anything else on 10 years today?
Well, if that was 10 years today, then it's 20 years today.
Actually,
Or
it's
actually
longer than
30.
that, bud.
30 years.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Moving on to track number 11. This is Cries in Vain. What do you got on this?
I think he cried.
Indeed.
I really like this song also. And I also disagree with
It's
the
so good.
plays. It's at 22 million.
Get out of here. No. No.
All right. I don't know if you'll agree with the plays for the next one or heavily disagree with it.
Well, let's focus on this one first. What you got on this?
I really, really like the vocals. I just love it, love it. It's just amazing. I don't know how much I can say, but just listen to the record.
Whole thing is outstanding.
Yeah. And bring the plays up.
This is another favorite of mine from the album. That opening guitar riff is so damn good. During the verses, there's a lot of space as the guitars are less prevalent. It allows Tuck's vocals to take center stage. Tuck's vocal melodies during the chorus are hooky and anthemic. Speaking of the chorus, the guitar riff is the same one as from the opening. It's melodic, technical, and brutal. Lyrically, I could take this one of a couple different ways. One way to take it is that the protagonist of the song has been praying to God to help them with their problems, but never get an answer. It could also be that the protagonist is going through depression and is trying to reach out and ask for help, but not receiving any answers or assistance. Their pleas falling on deaf ears. Michael, do you have anything else on Cries in Vain?
Amazing. Disagree
Absolutely.
with plays.
All right, moving on to track number 12. This is Spit You Out. What you got on this?
Barely 9 million plays.
Okay, whatever.
This
Once
is
again, me and Spotify
13th
are
on the
in a
record.
feud. Me and
13th
Spotify
on
are
the
in a
record.
feud.
13th on the record.
Nope. Okay. What you got?
Amazing song. Disagree with plays. Love that riff. Love the screaming vocals. Love the melodic vocals. Love everything. Except for Spotify. Listening bass.
The opening to this song kicks ass and is my favorite part of the song. This one is more hardcore than some of the other songs during the verses. Tuck screams the lyrics during the verses with vitriol and venom in each syllable. The song does get more melodic during the chorus, with Tuck providing clean vocals during that section. The structure and composition of this song in particular reminds me very much of something that Killswitch Engage might have written. Lyrically, I think this song is about breaking free from a toxic relationship. They use the metaphor of spitting out the bad taste in their mouth left from the poor emotional treatment during the relationship. Michael, do you have anything else on Spit You Out?
Spotify, me and you got beef.
Indeed. All right. Moving on to the final track on the record. This is track number 13. This is The End. Michael, what you got on this?
11th on the record at 11 million plays.
Again, no.
I like this song. It's unique. Unique ender, I will say that. I like the vocals. It's pretty good.
The intro to this one has a really solemn tone to it. That tone carries through into the song proper. It's a bluesy, emotional song. Tuck's vocals are full of anguish and pain. Then we get a more angry, heavier section for the chorus. Tuck screams out the lyrics in anger and sorrow. The breakdown at the midpoint is thrashy and hard as hell. Definitely one of my favorite moments in the song. The song closes on that solemn, mournful opening guitar riff, a fitting end to an emotional journey. Lyrically, I think this is someone reflecting on the end of a relationship. They've had a hard time getting over it, so they had to distance themselves from both the person they loved and the things that reminded them of that person. If taken at face value, the lyrics can seem a bit sinister, implying something far darker, but I don't think that's Tuck's intended meaning. Michael, anything else on The End?
Nope.
Okay. Well, that's going to take us to our final thoughts and our overall album ratings. Michael, let's get your final thoughts and your rating out of 5.
It's a playlist. Enjoyed it a lot. I like a lot of these songs. They're all amazing. Amazing riffs. Amazing vocals. And try not to pass out on Tears Don't Fall. I'm going to give it a 5.
Michael gives it a perfect score. All right. For me, revisiting this record has been a blast. It reminded me of exactly why I loved this record so much. It's heavy, melodic, atmospheric, dark, and brooding. There's a palpable sense of emotion and tension all throughout. Heavy as hell moments offset with big anthemic choruses. Tuck and Paget shine on the guitars. Their gift for melody mixed with speed and technical precision is outstanding. Thomas's drums are fantastic as well, and not just from a sound standpoint. They're technical, and his ability to shift timing dynamically while playing at the speeds he's capable of is very impressive. The Poison is peak 2000s metalcore, and among the best the scene has ever produced. I give it a 4.5 out of 5. That'll take us to our question for the audience. What is your favorite track on The Poison, and why? All right, Michael, moving into our next segment. This is Can't Wait. New music coming soon. Michael, what's on your list?
Don't even try it.
Nothing, okay.
Nope.
Well, for me, over the next couple of weeks, on March 13th, Lamb of God releases their new record, Into the Void. And on March 20th, Poison the Well returns with their new record, Peace in Place. And then recently announced, on April 24th, Sepultura releases their final release, which is the Cloud of Unknowing EP. And also on April 24th, Atreyu drops their new record, The End Is Not the End. And on May 29th, Elder will drop their new record, Through Zero. And that'll take us to our final segment, Michael. This is Michael's journey discovering a song from the past. And this time, we're going to get Michael's thoughts on Nina's 99 Left Balloons. A little bit of background on this. This song comes from the band's 1983 self-titled album, Nina. The lyrics were inspired or written by guitarist Carlo Cargus. Carlo was attending a Rolling Stones concert in June of 1982 in West Berlin and noticed that some balloons were being released. He watched them move toward the horizon, shifting and changing shapes like strange spacecraft. He thought about what might happen if they floated over the Berlin Wall to East Berlin. Also cited by the band was a 1973 newspaper article from the Las Vegas Review-Journal about 5 high school students who played a prank to simulate a UFO by launching 99, one was lost from the original 100, illuminized Bopet balloons attached with ribbons to a traffic flare. The red flame from the flare, reflected by the balloons, gave the appearance of a large pulsating red object floating over Red Rock Canyon outside the Las Vegas Valley in Nevada. The lyrics of the original German version tell a story. 99 balloons are mistaken for UFOs, causing a military general to send pilots to investigate. Finding nothing but balloons, the pilots put on a large show of firepower. The display of force worries the nations along the borders, and the defense ministers on each side encourage conflict to grab power for themselves. In the end, a cataclysmic war results from the otherwise harmless flight of balloons and causes devastation on all sides without a victor, as indicated in the denouement of the song, which in English means 99 years of war left no room for victors.
That got dark.
The anti-war song finishes with the singer walking through the devastated ruins of the world and finding a single balloon. The description of what happens in the final line of the piece is the same in German and English. Think of you and let it go.
That got dark. Real fast.
The English version of the song retains the spirit of the original narrative, but many of the lyrics are translated poetically rather than being directly translated. Red helium balloons are casually released by the civilian singer with her unnamed friend into the sky and are mistakenly registered by a faulty early warning system as enemy contacts, resulting in panic and eventually nuclear war, with the end of the song near identical to the end of the original German version.
What? What's... I don't know what's worse.
From the outset, Nina, the lead singer, and other members of the band expressed mild disapproval of the English version of the song, 99 Red Balloons.
I don't know what's worse.
Both versions of the song have been used as Cold War protest songs. They were released at a time when the threat of nuclear war was imminent from the then ongoing Cold War. At the time, the doomsday clock was the closest to midnight it has ever been. Songs with Cold War connotations were not new. Music critic David Brown explains that broader-ranging Cold War anxieties had wormed their way into rock and roll years before most songwriters had heard the word Cambodia. The song peaked at number 1 in Europe on the Eurochart Hot 100, peaked at number 1 in Australia, number 1 in Austria, number 1 in Belgium, It hit, the US version anyway, hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was number 1 on the US Cash Box, 22 on the US Billboard Dance Club Play. Oh, I'm sorry. That was actually the German version, not the English version. Okay, I misread that. The English version did hit number 1 in Canada, Ireland, the UK, and Zimbabwe. It has been certified platinum in Denmark, gold in France, Germany, and the Netherlands, platinum in New Zealand, and gold in the United States. The English version reached platinum in both Canada and the United Kingdom.
Not America.
Nope. Sure didn't. Featured personnel on the song: Nina Kerner on lead vocals, Carlo Carges on guitars, Jürgen Demmel on bass guitar, Rolf Brindle on drums, Jorn Uwe Farnkrog Peterson on keyboards. And Michael, with that big ol' explanation about the song, let's get your thoughts on it.
Amazing. I love the beats and amazing vocals. Just amazing. I just love that beat, you know?
It's infectious.
Yeah. I knew it by its beat.
Had you heard the song before?
Yeah.
Okay. I chose the original German version of this song because I do believe it to be the superior version. Even though the English version was what I heard the first time I listened to it, the song opens up with some moody atmospherics before the beautiful, haunting vocals of Nina Kerner come in. There's an almost melancholic feel to the way she delivers the lyrics. This section gives way to a bit of an 80s electro-pop section. This section has such a funky, danceable rhythm to it. It's carried by a bass and keyboard combination. This section then gives way to a synth punk rocker. This song has such an infectious rhythm. Nina's vocal melodies are so hooky. The song closes out on a similar melancholic note to the opening. Simply outstanding, and one of the most memorable songs of the 80s by far. Michael, let's get your rating out of 5 on this.
I'm gonna give it a 5. Perfect show.
5 out of 5 from Michael. All right, Michael, up next for you on your journey, we're going to cover the 4 tops. Reach out, I'll be there. And for our main topic on the next episode, we're going to be discussing U2's 1987 release, The Joshua Tree. And with that said, we want to hear from you. We will read your emails and messages on the show. We have only one request: keep them clean. There are several ways to contact us. You can email us at lightmovepod@gmail.com. You can also reach us on several social media platforms, such as Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads. Details on how to connect with us are in the show notes. We are part of the SPDM Crew Podcast Network. Check out all of the podcasts on the network by visiting spdmcrew.com.
If you like the show, subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform and share with your friends and family. We are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and a variety of other platforms. We're also on YouTube. Can't find us on your chosen platform? Shoot us a message and let us know. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This helps us be found in the algorithm. Make them good and we'll read them on the air. Are you in a band and you'd like for us to check you out and possibly drop a recommendation on the show? Shoot us a message and let us know. We'd love to check you out and give you a shout. We'd like to thank you very much for listening to the Leitmotif and Movement podcast.
Take care and enjoy music.